Hey guys, it's Colleen Gallagher here. How are you? When you join, say hello and let me know where you're tuning in from. If you're watching the replay, say hashtag replay. I actually just got done with my, PhD class. It was on policy or it was on economics. It's like macro and micro, but it was like talking about it was talking about just, how different economies work, and we talked about greed. It was really interesting, actually. So I enjoyed it. But anyway, I was really inspired while I'm sitting here and cooking just to come on while I cut these vegetables because I had a really interesting day, and I wanted to share it all with you. So, as many of you know, or if you've heard me talk about, I was scheduled to go to Orlando this week, and I was so excited because I was going to be a speaker, a keynote speaker at PodFest. I even sponsored one of the panels. I was so thrilled. And an emergency has come up where I'm not able to attend. And so it makes me just absolutely heartbroken. I don't know if any of you have had that happen. You've planned for an event for months and for weeks, and you've been so thrilled and so excited, and then the last second, less than 24 hours, something happens and you just can't go. And it's kind of heartbreaking. So anyway, I'm someone who I don't like to sit and dwell in my feelings. I like to what's the lesson or what's the message here? Why did this happen this way? Or why did I experience this? What am I meant to learn? And I wanted to come on because something that I realized, and I had an article I had to write today as well about something, plus my PhD class, is that wherever you are in life right now, whatever you're doing, Sam, I was just messaging you. Wherever you're at right now, whatever you're doing in life, I want you to know you're right where you're meant to be. And I think that's really important because I was so excited to go to Orlando this week. I had everything planned. I went even to my other friend, not this Sam on here, but a different friend, Sam, that lives in LA. Got new outfits, new clothes. I was so excited. I had all my branding done. I had the new type of glitter, those when I wear glitter on my eyes. I had the specific glitter I bought that I was going to wear on my eyes for this event. I was just so excited and so thrilled. And then last minute something happens and we have to adapt when we have a plan, right? And something doesn't go as planned. We have to adapt to why that plan isn't happening. Why we felt we invested all this time and energy into this thing. And it's oh, this is so frustrating. It's not working out how, I wanted to, forces greater than me. And so when we feel like this, I think we often want to blame ourselves, or we want to get really down on ourselves of I could have done something different earlier, why, whatever. We want to blame the world. The world is blah, blah, blah. And instead, what I think is really powerful and what I want to come on and talk about is anytime you blame yourself, right, you're just tapping out of self-love and self-wisdom and the belief and the knowing that you're always where you're meant to be. Right now in this moment, you're always where you're meant to be. Whatever's happening in your reality with your relationships, with your money, with your career, you're right where you're meant to be. And so anytime you start to feel a frustration arise in you, it's taking you out of this present moment. It's taking you out of gratitude. It's taking you out of abundance. It's taking you out of the knowing that you're here for something greater. And whatever is orchestrating around you only happen for your highest growth, only happen for your highest good. And even though it doesn't feel like that, you're well, Colleen, a relationship broke up with me, or I got cheated on, or I lost this money, or da-da-da. But it still is happening for you. There's still a reason that it's occurring for you. There's still it's still there for you until you begin to cut the excess noise of why this is all happening or why, and trying to find reasoning and trying to find clarity on it, until you just come back into your center. And one thing I really like to do when I notice my energy is scattered and my mind's trying to figure out this and this and this and this and why is this happening? How is this money going to get here? How is this food gonna get here? How is this relationship gonna work out in my life? Like when your mind goes in all these places, I like to just simply say, like, I bring all of my energy back into me. I bring all of my energy back into myself. I request all of this to come back into who I be and into who I am. And I do that so that way I cut this noise and bring myself back into the now. And I can feel in my body, what am I experiencing right now? Is it rejection? Is it loneliness? Do I desire attention? What is actually causing this arousal in me? This upsetness, this I'm doing something wrong or the world's doing something wrong. And instead, what is the thing that's coming through me? What's trying to be expressed? And I found that when you do that, right, that you begin to really calm your nerves, and your nervous system, and you begin to bring your body back into a stabilizing place where your mind isn't like racing you into things that may or may not be true. Because a lot of things we worry about, we think about, or we're like wondering, or whatever it is, right? They're unnecessary. And it causes us pain that's not needed. And so anyway, that's one thing I wanted to talk about. Let me know, does that land for both of you who are watching, or one of you who are watching, either one, or those of you who are watching? And if it's on the replay, let me know. Because that's one thing I wanted to share. Now, the next thing that I really wanted to talk about, or wanted to dive into, is this concept of greed. Or let me know if that makes sense, please, before I move on to this greed. Just type yes, it makes sense, or if you have questions, let me know. I want to make this kind of interactive. I really like when you guys engage. It makes me feel so excited. Great point. Okay, awesome. So next thing is greed. We talked about this in my economy class today, and I wanted to come on and I wanted to share about it. So they asked us what we thought greed was, right? And many people in the class said greed was wanting more than what you have. Woo! I couldn't believe in my perspective and belief, right, that that's further from the truth, right? Because I believe that we're here to, David Meltzer says it the best, and he's on my podcast. I think it's episode 62 he's on. He's an amazing man. What he says is that you are in the pursuit to your fullest potential. So you want to be in the consistent pursuit to your fullest potential. That's what you want to do in this life. So if you're in the consistent pursuit to your potential, your potential as a human, you're always going to want more. You're always going to crave more. So when people were saying greed is meaning you just want more than what you have, I don't agree with that, because when you're a business owner, when you're someone who's a soul-led person, when you're someone who's soul-guided, when you're someone who's soul-inspired, you want more of yourself, because when you produce more, you can have employees, you can impact more people, you can have customers' lives that are changed through whatever you're offering or whatever you're creating. And so I wanted to just offer, greed isn't this thing where, if you want more, that you're greedy. I don't know. I think we live in this world sometimes where it's I just want enough money to get by, or I just want enough in a relationship so that I'm sometimes happy, or I just want, I don't know, we make these stories of I just want this, but I won't ask for too much, or I won't demand for too much, or whatever that it is. And I think it's just the craziest thing, because when you decide and when you declare and when you choose it, this is who I'm going to be. This is the life I want to have. And if the life's a big life, I want a big life. I mean, I have a big life, but I want an even bigger life. I'm always going to want more, because I've seen when you want more, what it does for those around you. I've seen the people it impacts. I've seen the leverage you have. I see the influence you can have. I see influence for good. And I think we get caught up of, I just never want to be too much. I don't want to seem whatever. I don't know, in every area of our life. And I would challenge you that if there's a thought that goes inside your head, I want this, or I desire this. And you're but I don't know how to do it, or I don't know how to get it done, or whatever that it is. The thought was placed there by God. The thought was placed there by something higher than you, right? A thought doesn't just randomly happen. There's a reason the thought happens. And so if a thought happens like that inside of you, where you realize, I want to be a millionaire, I want to be a 6-figure business owner, I want to travel the world like Colleen does, or I want to have the freedom like she does to do whatever she wants when she wants. I want to get a master's. I want to get a PhD. I don't want to have to worry about money, whatever that it is, right? Like, I don't want to have to fight my relationship about money. Whatever that it is, right? Like, I think if you have a thought like that, why would you not pursue it? Why would you not let it go forth? Why would you not make more of it? Because every thought you have is guiding you into your highest alignment. Not every thought, but the thoughts of your desires. Like, if you desire a big life, if you desire a lot of money, if you desire a lot of impact, if you desire to influence people, if you desire to awaken people, whatever that is, right? Like, that thought wouldn't be inside of you. A pure desire thought. I desire this out of a relationship. I desire a relationship where we travel the world. I desire a relationship where we build a business together. I desire a relationship that, whatever. You could say, I desire where money feels easy. Money feels secure. I feel like there's always more than enough. I have always more than enough for everything my heart desires. Like, whatever your thoughts are, that's not greedy to have those thoughts. That's not bad to have a thought of what you want to experience out of this life. It's not bad to have a thought of what you want for even sexual desires. It's not bad to have a thought that you want to write a book, that you want to have more than the people that are around you. And until you begin to embrace this notion that you rising isn't taking from other people. You rising is only giving empowerment and journey to more people. You rising to where you want to go is only saying, hey, I've walked this path. I know it, I can do it, and I can guide you on it because I've experienced it. And you can never teach something, you can never guide anyone, you can never create anyone, you can never activate anyone, you can never lead anyone, you can never do something that you haven't actually done or experienced. Jesse Itzler talks about this a lot. It's like, you want to over-index in your life experiences, even if they're bad. And then none of them are really bad, but I mean, like, I look at my life, right, and I've experienced a lot. I mean, 42 countries I've visited, 5 countries I've lived in, 5 USA states, right? I've done a bachelor's, I've done a master's, I'm doing my PhD, I have 3 books, 26 online courses. I've actually designed physical products, like products that I've taken from nothing and I've manufactured them for my branding, for the colors. You know, I've helped support, I've been a support system in other people's brands being birthed and built. Like, I've really done it. And I've been the girl at the party that was, you know, too drunk sometimes. I've been the girl at the party that wasn't drunk. I was the one that took everyone home. I've been the girl who's, you know, done drugs, and I've been the one who's taken everyone home again. I've been the one who goes to, you know, amazing shows or whatever that it is, but I've over-indexed on my experiences so I can speak to people and where they're at. I've had abusive relationships. I've had abusive relationships. I've had unhealthy relationships. I've had amazing relationships. I've traveled the world with men. I've had an amazing night with men. I've had an amazing moment. I've done all these things, right? And from that, that's how I can serve. From that, that's how I can communicate. From that, that's how I can say, I know I want more because I know it's possible because I've experienced it. One second. Hold on. One second. From that, I've done amazing things, right? Sorry about that, guys. But from that, like, I've had a child when I wasn't supposed to have a child. I went through cancer when and I've holistically healed myself. I did all these things, right? Because I did all these things because that's what I did, right? And I just want you to know I've talked about it, and I've created a business out of it. So it's not wrong for you to want more. I just want to go there, and I just want to say it's not greedy for you. It's not wrong for you to want more. And I just wish that everyone in the world would realize that you do have something to offer. You have something special that's within you, and you are worthy of massive compensation by simply being you. So with that, I've got to go because someone just called me. But anyway, I hope you have a fabulous, fabulous night. The ways to work with me is to get my Change Your Relationship with Money course. It's on sale until Friday. You can work one-on-one with me, or I have my Mystical Beans Mastermind. Comment below Mystical Beans, comment below Money, or comment below, Mystical Beans, Change Your, or one-on-one, and I will get you details. I love you, I love you, I love you, and I hope this served. If it did, please leave a comment, please share, and I hope you enjoy your night.